They hated everything. They thought I was a loser. How come I was 30 and still wasn't married? Wasn't Ed Asner's character Jewish? What about Rhoda? Why is she so mean to Mary? All of that stuff.
Mary Tyler Moore was more than just an iconic actress. She was a trailblazer who left an indelible mark on television and popular culture. Her charm, talent, and groundbreaking roles made her a beloved figure in entertainment. While her professional achievements are well documented, her personal life, especially her relationships and friendships, provides a fascinating glimpse into the woman behind the fame. Join Factsverse as we look closer at her life and career, her relationship with Dick Van Dyke, and more. Early life and career. Mary Tyler Moore was born December 29, 1936 in Brooklyn and grew up in a Catholic family in Flushing, Queens. Her aspirations for a career in entertainment began early, influenced by her uncle, an MCA executive who introduced her to the world of showbiz. After moving to Los Angeles at age 8, she attended Immaculate Heart High School. She initially dreamed of becoming a dancer, and she got her first break as a Happy Hot Point elf in television commercials during the 50s. Her big break came in 1961 when she was cast as Laura Petrie on The Dick Van Dyke Show. Her portrayal of the winning and charming wife of Rob Petrie quickly made her a household name. Creator Carl Reiner initially had reservations about casting her, but once she auditioned, he was convinced. Quote, "I saw her and I thought, wow, that's what Laura Petrie should look like." The chemistry between Moore and her co-star Dick Van Dyke was undeniable, and the show became a critical and commercial success, running for 5 seasons and earning Moore her first Emmy Award in 1964. The role allowed Moore to showcase her comedic timing and dance skills, but it also presented her as a modern, fashionable woman who broke the mold of typical television housewives of that era. In a 1997 interview with the Television Academy Foundation, she reflected on her time on the show. Quote, "It was a wonderful time in my life. We all got along so well, and it was just a joy to go to work every day." She continued to build on her success with The Mary Tyler Moore Show, which premiered in 1970. This not only solidified her status as a TV icon, but also became a cultural touchstone for its portrayal of a single, career-driven woman. Throughout her career, her talent and versatility shined through in various roles in film and television. She starred in movies like Thoroughly Modern Millie and Ordinary People, the latter earning her an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. Marriages and relationships. Her first marriage was to Richard Carlton Meeker in 1955 when she was 18. The marriage was relatively short-lived but resulted in the birth of her only son Richard Jr., known as Richie. Mary often spoke about her early years of marriage and motherhood, reflecting on how they coincided with the early stages of her career. She once said, quote, "I married my first husband because we wanted to sleep together. It lasted about 6 years because we were in love, and together we had a son." Tragically, Richie's life was cut short in 1980 when he accidentally shot himself. The event was a devastating blow for Mary, who carried the weight of his loss for the rest of her life. She married television executive Grant Tinker in 1962, marking a significant period in her life and career. Tinker was instrumental in the creation of MTM Enterprises, a production company that produced The Mary Tyler Moore Show and other series. Tinker once described the relationship saying, "We made each other better." But the pressures of their careers and personal issues eventually led to their divorce in 1981. Mary's third and final marriage was to Dr. Robert Levine, a cardiologist she met in 1982 when her mother was a patient at the hospital where he worked. They married in 1983, and this relationship brought Mary a sense of stability and companionship in her later years. Levine, who was 15 years her junior, was described by Mary as her knight in shining armor. In her memoir, she wrote, "I've been married to a wonderful man for the past 19 years, and he's kept me happy and healthy and laughing." After her passing, Levine talked about what Mary was like at home, away from the spotlight.
She really was very, very reserved. So on the one hand, the smile was there, and that was essential Mary, and it was truthful and honest and genuine. But there was also that part of her that really wanted to go be alone and sit and read and explore, and be curious about the world.
And I assure you that I miss every one of the people on the Van Dyke Show desperately. They became my good friends, my only friends, really.
Friendship with Dick Van Dyke. Mary's friendship with Dick Van Dyke is one of the most cherished relationships in TV history. They met when they were cast as husband and wife in The Dick Van Dyke Show. Their on-screen chemistry was immediate and undeniable, making them one of TV's most beloved couples. Off-screen, they developed a deep and lasting friendship that endured for decades. Despite persistent rumors over the years suggesting an affair between them, both Moore and Van Dyke consistently denied any romantic involvement. In a 2011 interview with the Archive of American Television, Van Dyke addressed the rumors, stating, quote, "People really thought Mary and I were married. They thought we were having an affair. We weren't, but I did have a crush on her." Mary was also always quick to qualify the fact that their relationship was purely platonic and deeply rooted in mutual respect and affection. Their friendship continued long after The Dick Van Dyke Show ended. They reunited on several occasions for special projects and tributes. In 2012, they both appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show to celebrate the 50th anniversary of The Dick Van Dyke Show. The affection and respect they had for each other were evident in every interaction, on screen and off. When Mary Tyler Moore passed away in 2017, Van Dyke was among those who paid tribute to her legacy. In an emotional statement, he said, quote, "There are no words. She was one of a kind, and she left the world a better place." The rumors of an affair between Moore and Van Dyke, while persistent, were ultimately unfounded. Dick did admit to the fact that the two likely had crushes on each other. In fact, he talked to his therapist about it at the time.
I asked a psychiatrist, we'd be rehearsing, and suddenly we would both start to giggle for no reason. And I said, "What is that?" She said, "You're attracted to one another," which certainly helped with the acting.
Tensions with Rose Marie. The professional relationship between Mary Tyler Moore and Rose Marie on The Dick Van Dyke Show was marked by an underlying tension that occasionally spilled over into the rivalry. Rose Marie, a seasoned performer who had been in show business since childhood, played the sharp-tongued comedy writer Sally Rogers. Moore, on the other hand, was relatively new to television when she landed the role of Laura Petrie. This dynamic set the stage for a complex relationship between the two actresses. According to Georgiana Nupi Guy Rodriguez, Rose Marie's daughter, there was a notable lack of closeness between her mother and Moore. In an interview, Rodriguez explained, "They weren't friends. There was a professional rivalry there. My mother had been in the business her whole life, and suddenly there was this younger actress getting a lot of attention." Rose Marie herself was candid about the dynamic between her and Moore. In her autobiography, she wrote, "We were never close. Mary was very talented, but we just didn't click. There was a bit of jealousy, maybe on both sides." Despite this, both actresses maintained a professional demeanor on set, and their performances never betrayed any personal discord. The respect for their craft ensured that their characters' interactions remained engaging and authentic. Moore also acknowledged the tension in a more diplomatic manner. In an interview with the New York Times, she once said, quote, "Rose Marie was a wonderful actress and a pioneer in her own right. We had our differences, but I always respected her talent and her contributions to the show." Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite memory of the Mary Tyler Moore Show? Let us know in the comments section below.